All right, thank you all to have joined. Welcome again, and thank you for joining AdCore's Proposaly webinar. We got a very exciting day for you to unleash our newest technology, Proposaly. Today on the call, you have myself, Nick Campbell. I'm the head of IR, and I'll be hosting the call. You'll hear from Elena, lead product designer, Yotam, application manager, and finally, Omri Brill, AdCore CEO and founder. We'll finish today with a Q&A session that includes an update and further color on our press release issued Monday. And as always, you have an option to submit a question, so use that function in Zoom in case you have any during this call. We're going to begin the call today with a very exciting video for you today, highlighting the Proposaly advantage and the cutting edge technology. So just sit back and relax, and we'll deliver this video for you.
Traditional sales processes are broken, slow, manual, and inefficient. Businesses lose money with only 6% of opportunities converting to success. Introducing Proposaly IO, a game-changing platform that streamlines the entire sales process. The sales automation market is booming, projected to reach $21.5 billion by 2030. Proposaly positions AdCore as a leader in sales tech, unlocking high-margin SaaS revenue. Proposaly isn't just software, it's a smarter way to close deals. Close deals 3 times faster by integrating proposals, agreements, and payments. Everything you need all in one seamless platform. For AdCore, Proposaly IO represents a strategic move beyond marketing technology to the sales technology space. It opens doors to new markets, cross-selling opportunities, and long-term growth. Proposaly IO is live in closed beta. Join us for a special webinar to see how we're transforming sales workflows and delivering value to businesses and AdCore shareholders worldwide.
Thank you all for your attention and watching the video. As you can see, we're quite excited about the Proposaly opportunity. I'm going to pass the floor to Omri Brill for the opening remarks. Omri, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Nick, and what a video, right? So it's setting in a sense the stage to what you're about to see today. So it's our pleasure to present a Proposaly to the wider audience in the first time. Not every day we have a chance to announce a new application, and not every time we have a chance to announce an application in the magnitude of Proposaly. So that's an app that we've been very busy working on for, I would say, almost the entire year of 2024. And now, as we start a new, fresh year, 2025, actually we are ready to officially launch the app. So with no further ado, let me now share my screen. Just one second. Okay, so we already saw the video. That's you guys are enthused, and let's talk about today's agenda. So basically, we're going to do an overview of what Proposaly is all about, and why we are so excited about this application. And then we're going to discuss, we're going to take a product tour, actually going to be led by Yotam on the back-end CRM of the application. And then we're going to have another tour on the front-end client portal led by Elena Ivanova, our lead product designer. We're going to have a short Q&A session. Obviously, we encourage everybody to submit questions and some closing remarks. So, actually, Proposaly tackle, I would say, the greatest problem that businesses have, or traditional businesses have, which is basically the entire traditional sales process. It sucks. It's broken in a sense. It's have multiple touch points. There's a lot of different, let's say, stages within the sale process. Usually, it's involved many different platforms, and basically, which are not talk to one another, and it's very complex, right? So you have a lead, and then maybe you would present them for some kind of presentation, and then you need to send them a price quote, and then you need to make some adjustment to the price quote, and then maybe you say, okay, everything okay, you send an agreement for signature. Once you send the agreement for signature, you need to sign the agreement. Then you need to start making payment. You need to get the project updates. So all of that is very complex, and usually it's involved, like I say, many different platforms. Proposaly actually put all of what I just described and some more into one platform, which is the biggest news of the Proposaly project. So when we're talking about Proposaly, actually we're talking about few big benefits. It's a CRM solution. So we have the backend as a CRM, which streamline and automate the entire sales workflow, but it's not a regular CRM in the sense which is just to manage, let's say, lead statuses. It's designed first and foremost to automate the entire sales workflow. So it was built around the sales workflow and not around anything else. It's an holistic solution. Like I mentioned before, it's integrate presentation, proposal, agreements, payments, and project objects, everything in one platform or one client portal. And the bottom line for the business is massive. It's accelerate the deal closure and improve the win rate. So basically, each of them are big, and the combination between these two is massive for any business, right? If I can close deal faster and I can close more deals, that means much more money going to go to the business pocket, which is the bottom line, obviously. So benefits from the businesses are very, let's say, there's a lot of benefits the business can get using Proposaly. You can get a faster deal closure. Basically, like I said, we streamline the entire workflow and save and boost efficiency. You can close more deals, simplify the sales process, that turn opportunity or more opportunities into wins. It's increase the revenue opportunities as well. Proposaly, as you're going to see later down the presentation, it's a built-in upgrades and add-ons you can add to any proposal that you send, as well as you can ask tip from, let's say, from the client, which is another, let's say, upgrade or an add-on. And basically, there's a lot of things that you can do in order to increase the deal size. It's also help us business to standardize the brand communication, so everything is look the same. All the presentation, all the materials they're going to send to the clients look amazing and look the same and look well branded. And it's centralized sales management. So everything that is related to sales, it doesn't matter if I'm the company CEO, I'm the salesperson, or involved, let's say, even a technical, more, let's say, operational manager, then everybody can use the same platform in order to basically see what's going on and what is the the statuses. As businesses have a lot of benefits that can gain from Proposaly, there's also a lot of benefits that the clients can get from the system as well. And I will start with the superior client experience. So actually, Proposaly, you might think, okay, it's a nice proposal, right? So it's a fancy proposal, but it's actually much more than a fancy proposal. It's a complete client portal. So a client going to have its own portal, branded portal. You can log into it and get everything basically within this portal. You can get the presentation. You can see the price quote. You can control the add-ons. You can sign the agreement and view the agreement. You can make the payment. You can see the project update. So everything under one roof, under client portal, and basically we can create, let's say, for each proposal, create a unique client portal in that regard. So it's also an interactive experience. It's not a one-way street. So I can, like I said, I can sign the agreement, for example. I can ask questions. I can communicate. I can upload document. So everything, it's not like it's a two-way street of communication, and it's an ongoing collaboration, right? So I collaborate with the team, with the company, and so forth. And obviously, it's helped build transparency and trust, and this is help again to close more deals. So when we talk about Proposaly and main feature, we talk about several main features. The first and foremost is presentation. For every proposal that we're going to send, we can have the proposal start actually with a sales presentation. So maybe we want to talk a bit more about the company, about the project, why to choose us, and so on and so forth. So that can be easily created. We can create a very nice presentation, astonishing presentation from the backend, and the client can see it. And then there's the proposal part, the price quote itself. So we can customize and build a custom price quote. We can add or choose to include add-ons. Then the clients can choose whether they want to include these add-ons within his project, similar, for example, to the experience that if I rent a car, then there's a lot of add-ons I can add. So that's the similar experience that we want to copy. And obviously, this is the agreement. The software or the platform automatically generate an agreement, a legal agreement, that basically the client can view it, can sign it, and we support also quite a complex signature protocols if needed, and making payments. We can pay online, we can pay offline, and obviously get or view the project update as we move along. So again, there's a lot of things, all of them related to, let's say, to the project that are integrated or built in within Proposaly. And for Adcore, actually, Proposaly, it's a strategic move. Adcore, up until Proposaly, was a marketing tech company. So all the technology, all the applications that we built up until now were around marketing. But usually when you talk about marketing, you talk about sales and marketing, right? So in a sense, marketing, it's pre-sale. It's something that happened before sales. Maybe it's to generate the leads. But the bottom line for a company is to make sales. And Proposaly tackle, let's say, the bottom line, the most important thing for the company, for any company or any business, which is actually making sales. That's why it's so important for any business. And for Adcore, this means, or the benefits are as follow. A, market expansion. So it's not just marketing technology now, it's marketing and sales technology. We're talking about high margin. Obviously, platform like Proposaly come with SaaS revenue, and basically they come with very high gross margin. It's give also Adcore a competitive edge. So if we can now not only offer marketing solution, but also sales solution, this means it's more holistic solution regarding client acquisition, and basically that's give us a very big advantage in the market. It's also going to generate a cross-selling opportunity. So if we win, let's say now a Proposaly clients, then we can say, okay, maybe you would need also some of the marketing technology or marketing solution we can offer, and vice versa if we win a marketing or Adcore Marketing Cloud client, for example, and obviously market expansion as well. If we're talking about total addressable market in 2030 numbers is massive. We're talking about more than 20 billion Canadian dollar for sales software. So Adcore with Proposaly tapping into a massive market, and it's a fast-growing market as well. Like I said, the world is growing fast. Like there's a lot going on. There's a lot of digital transformation, and Proposaly help traditional businesses to digital transform in the most important aspect, which is securing more deals. And I want to take a moment as well and talk about the amazing teams that we've been working very hard behind the scene up until today, basically, to make everything that you're about to see a reality. And so I want to thank myself, I guess, the CEO and the product owner. Obviously, I want to thank Yotam Gilboa, the application manager. I want to thank Karen that helped with QA and product-related stuff. I want to thank our talented CTO, Vadim. I want to thank Sha'in, that was a senior developer in the backend CRM application. I want to thank Artyom as well, again, a developer in the backend. Drasti, another developer in the backend team. I want to contribute and thank the late Mike Tsurin, that was part of the backend team, CRM team up until 2024. I want to also thank Jamie, which is a developer, a senior developer, under the front-end portal team. Min, another developer in the front-end portal team. Elena, lead product designer, and Amit, a product designer. So basically, it's a big team for this application, but you're going to see it's a massive project, and these guys did an amazing job. And that's also a very good opportunity to say thank you, team. Without you, it wasn't possible, and basically everything that you're going to see today is because of these guys doing the amazing jobs that they did. And so we talk a lot. We promise a lot of stuff, right? We promise benefits for the businesses. We promise benefits for the clients that's going to receive the proposal or get the client the access to the client portal. We talk about what our Proposaly can change Adcore, or what value it can bring to our shareholders. But now it's about time to see the actual product, and now I'm going to move it to you, Yotam, to give us a proper product tour in the backend CRM.
Thank you very much, Omri. Hi, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. So as Omri mentioned, my name is Yotam Gilboa, and I'm the entire application manager. When we're talking about Proposaly, it's very important to understand that Proposaly is actually considered of two different applications. We have, from one hand, the business CRM, and we have, from the other hand, the client portal. The business CRM is where companies create, manage, and track proposals, while the client portal is a seamless professional experience for client to view, approve, and pay for proposals, all in the same app, which from the business aspect is very crucial. I'll take you to a brief tour within the backend app. The backend is the business CRM. I'll share my screen so you can see the state of the art. Okay, so what you see right now is the business CRM. As you can see, it consists of many columns of representing statuses of the proposal. We have the draft, prospect, partially approved, approved, in progress, completed, and archived. We're aiming over here to centralize the entire proposal workflow. Proposaly is considered of various features. We have the entire support workflow from A to Z, which we'll call a proposal, which include agreement, presentation, and payment all in one place. But if you prefer and you have a business need, you can use a more streamlined version of the app, which will support just the agreement or just the presentation. We'll see everything shortly. Regarding this screen, it's important to say that on the left side, as you can see right now, we have the activity feed. Over here, you can interact with your clients, internal and external of your organization. So our claim to fame is that you, without any design knowledge, can create stunning proposal in less than 5 minutes. And you want to see all the magic, how it happens? So let's go. I'll click on the create proposal. Okay. Let's say, for example, we are a roofing company nationwide, and we have many sales team. We have a sales team in California. We have another sales team in New York, and each one wants a different board. Board are designed to support proposal or agreement or presentation. So in this board, we have a proposal board. Let's say we want to give a proposal for Omri family to build their new roof, okay, in the roof industry. So we'll call it Omri new roof. Okay, I'll choose it create from template. I can copy the pricing and share it with the same recipient. I'll click on the create. Now, everything I have to do is following the strict guidelines, and I'll have an amazing proposal. So over here in the recipient stage, I can choose who will be the recipients. Let's say for the demo, I'll send it to Elena Ivanov, Elena at AdCore, and she will get an editor rights. Okay. Later, we'll go to the price quote. All the price quotes are predefined from your registration, so you only have to put it once. Let's say, for example, because I really liked the way Omri showed you the product, I would like to give him a discount about the new roof. Okay, so I can choose to go to the discount, I'll edit, and I can choose if I want to give him a percentage discount or fixed price. Let's say it will be 50% discount. Okay, of course. Of course, it's calculated over here, very, very interactive. And moving forward, now you can see the add-ons. Now, let's stop for a minute on the add-ons. Add-ons from the business aspect is crucial. It gives you the opportunity to continue generate revenue also after you finished with the project. So if I finished constructing on my roof and suddenly decided he wants to paint it or do another installment, I can do it from here, and it's very interactive. You can see I click on edit, I can bring the title, the photo, and it's very interactive. You'll see it soon in the front end. Okay, about moving forward to the payment terms, Proposaly support high variety of payment methods. It supports single payment, milestone payment, installments, whatever you like. And over here, let's say for the example, I'd like to receive all the online payments we support, which is credit card, bank transfer, debit, Amazon, everything. And also, I would like to get also cash if my client prefers. Okay, so I'll choose this. Moving forward to the agreement. Now, the agreement is a cutting edge technology, because over here we worked a lot about building a feature that will support e-signature protocol. So you, as a business owner, they can choose how they want to manage the workflow of the signature collection. So from the company side, I can choose if I want to do specific approval for my side. It can be auto approval, single approval, multi approval. It can be by signature or consent, add stamp or without. And from the recipient side, I can choose what signatures I want to collect. It can be signature, it can be consent, whatever I like. Later, this is the agreement. Now, you can upload just a simple T's and C's, and Proposaly will generate an envelope agreement that will conclude all of the appendix and everything you mentioned during the process. Okay, moving on to the presentation, which in person, this is my favorite feature. This allows you, all the business owners, to create the stunning proposal with zero knowledge in design. Okay, I'll show you a demo about how can I build a before and after slide, for example. Okay, we have many different kind of slides, which are all predefined with the feature. Okay, so let's go for the before and after. I'll add an image. We have many image collections, which I can also build by my own, but we have here roofers collections. And I'll choose the image. Okay, let's say it's the roof before my work, and the after image, of course, will look something like this, no? And we have a lot of other slides, which soon you'll see in the client-facing portal. And another great feature we have over here is the gallery. In the gallery, I can hold and manage the entire media and files I have on this proposal. Maybe I came to Omri house and took some photos of the roof. We mentioned some T's and C's. We have another files we want to add. Everything is easily managed over here. Okay, once I'm done, I click finish. And now I have the opportunity to share the proposal. It can be with the recipients or the team. I click on share. Soon you'll see how Elena got it. As you can see, after I click share, the proposal moved from draft to prospect. Okay, 0 hours ago, we have an update, and we can see it in the activity feed. Status changed to prospect. That's it for now. It's so easy, so good, and will definitely increase any business revenue. And Elena, the show is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Yotam. So my name is Elena, and I'm the lead product designer for the Proposaly IO app. And I'll be sharing my screen with you. Okay, so in this demo, I'll be the client. And I received an email from Yotam with the link to the proposal that he built especially for me. I can log in with my verification code that I received either in my email or my phone number. And this is my front portal for the clients. In this portal, the business owner can share information about the business and maybe showcase key features that the business has. For example, an exceptional team, maybe customer reviews, or even before and after photos of the roofing projects that they did. As you can see, all the slides are animated, they are very engaging, and they for sure leave an impact with the client. Here's the before and after photo. Yeah, this is very impressive. Roof work, Yotam, I'm impressed. As I scroll down, I can see the ad that Yotam predefined. This is a pre-sale opportunity for the business owner, and I can add whatever add-on that I want. I can maybe extend my warranty, maybe add another installation. And once I've added an add-on, it automatically adjusts the project balance and is updated on the right side, as well as the quote that we're gonna see. Here is the quote with every item and the price. I also have a description, a unit type, quantity, and unit price per each item. And here are the new add-ons that I added. So they just now updated to the quote itself. Here I can see the discount that Yotam gave me, which is 15% off. Here is the amount in USD. And as well, I have the highlighted total of the proposal and the project balance. This is very helpful for clients that maybe pay with installments. And with each installment, the project balance will update it with the price that I am left to pay. Once I scroll past the quote, I have the agreement. As you can see, this is the agreement that Proposaly has generated. It is very thorough and it's legally binding, of course, with the quote itself. The quote inside this PDF file is also updated every time I add or take off an add-on. I have the payment terms and the appendix that Yotam has uploaded. Here I can add my phone number, and I can draw my signature and sign. Once the client signs the document, it becomes fully executed, and the project itself is now ongoing. After the agreement, I can also pay inside the app itself. There's no need to leave the app at any point. This is a holistic solution for the clients to do anything they want inside this project. For example, I can pay and choose my own payment terms. Everything is secured and the payment is guaranteed. I'll let it load for 1 second. As you can see, the project is now fully executed. I have the full date and I have the CTA changed to proceed to payment, both inside the agreement and also in the bottom footer. Something went wrong. Okay, thank you, Stripe. Let's move on. I also have a QA section. Maybe it's general questions. Maybe it's something that Yotam added for this specific project. For example, how long is the warranty? And I can just check each question. Maybe that's gonna answer some questions that the client might have. The final slide, it's kind of an impact slide. I can either continue engaging with the app itself, make a payment that I didn't do, for example, or reach out to the business owner if I have any questions. If you look at the right side of the screen, I have the breakdown, but I also have the latest activity. If I click on View All, I open a chat that is shared with both the business owner and the client. So, for example, if Yotam has 5 employees in his business, he has a roofer, maybe an office manager, maybe a sales team, they all can access this data and they all can see maybe the messages that are being received. They can all answer questions if the client has any. Hey, Yotam, I have an issue with the payment. Once it's sent, Yotam gets an alert. Everyone in his team that subscribe to the notification get the alert also. And all the history is here. So everything is accessible, everything is saved, even if the project is ongoing. Thank you, Yotam, live feedback. I can also upload maybe images or more documents that I want while the project is ongoing. Maybe Yotam has a 3D model of the roof that he wants to share with me after I already signed the document. Maybe it's another warranty. Everything can be shared inside this latest activity, and I can also filter the messages. I can search inside the messages. So this is very helpful. Again, it's accessible both by the business owner and by the client. And of course, if I have a few clients on the same proposal, maybe me and Omri want to see the proposal, we can both access it and we can both chat inside it, as well as Yotam's team. And my favorite part is actually the design of this proposal. Everything is customizable. You can add images, you can change colors. There's a light and dark theme. And of course, the business owner can add their own logo. So you don't have to be a designer and you don't need to be very talented to make it look good. Everything is very accessible. And I hope you like it as much as I do. And now I'm gonna pass the mic back to Omri for our Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elena. I'm going to jump in here and help with the Q&A, and thank you all for the demo. I think it's quite exciting and intuitive and quite sleek, but we do have some questions that were submitted beforehand that we'll answer, and a few more that were submitted during this call. So to begin, Omri, first question being, what makes Proposaly a strategic asset for Adcore, and how does it align with the company's long-term vision?
It's a good question, but before I'm going to answer this question, I want to congratulate Yotam and Elena on a beautiful presentation. Like, I love what you guys have to show us, and I love the platform, and I think it's represented through opportunity for the company and obviously for the company clients or future clients of Proposaly, which is maybe the most important thing. For Adcore, as I mentioned before, it's a strategic move. We are moving from just marketing technology company to marketing and sales technology company, and that's big because sales actually is solving a bigger problem than marketing. Because in the end of the day, marketing is there in order to support sales and not vice versa, right? So in a sense, we are now with Proposaly solving a bigger problem. So that's number one. Obviously, technology and innovation is in the core of what Adcore is doing. So obviously, it's gives us an advantage as well. This kind of app is not something that every company on planet Earth has, so it's quite a unique tool and a unique solution. And I think, again, more technology, more innovation, tapping into massive market, that's all going to give a lot of advantages to a company like Adcore, and obviously cross-sell opportunities as well.
Thank you, Omri. So kind of following on to that question, would you say Proposaly is most suitable for small businesses, large businesses? Where do you see this fitting into the market?
Again, a good question. I would say the following. When we first had Proposaly in mind, we were thinking about, I would say, small to mid-sized businesses, maybe constructors, maybe roofers, that was the original, let's say, audience that we had in mind when we built Proposaly. And we say, you know what, wait, even a company like Adcore, which is more, let's say, like a software or service company, can actually use a tool like Proposaly. And then we say, okay, we take a different approach and build it for everyone. So it doesn't matter if you're a constructor, if you're a service provider, if you're a technology company like Adcore, everybody that do traditional sales processes that start with leads, and then we need to convert them into, into clients, into sales, and the proposal, have them sign an agreement. All of these companies, these are most of the company, I would say 80-90% of company on planet Earth need a tool like Proposaly. So Proposaly is for everyone, for the constructors, for the big enterprise, for everyone.
Thank you, Omri. And how should clients or investors think about Proposaly and its competitive advantage? How does it differ from some of its peers like Proposify, some of the other solutions in the market?
Again, it's a good question. I would say, let's first compare Proposaly, let's say, to a more traditional CRMs, maybe tools like Salesforce, tools like HubSpot. So I would say, by definition, CRM were designed to manage the process, right? So you have, let's say, a lead, and then this lead, you send them an offer, and then it was more a backend tool to manage the different statuses of, let's say, a lead of a client. And that was, let's say, the core of this type of tools. With Proposaly, actually, the main event with Proposaly, it's actually the client portal. So everything that we have in the backend is more or less designed to create the client portal, to create this amazing experience to our client. So we said that's a big differentiation between, let's say, tools, let's say, like Salesforce and HubSpot. And again, like we have integrated agreement, we have, I don't know, PandaDoc or Adobe Signs that have agreement, but for us, it's more than agreement, obviously. So you have the presentation, you have the agreement, you have the communication. So all of that's not existing in a tool like PandaDoc, for example, or Adobe Signs. So I think like it's a next level of application. You can look at it like that.
Very good, Omri. Another question here. So how does Adcore plan to capture market share in its key segments?
It's a good question. We literally just getting started, right? So Proposaly is in a very early closed beta stages. We have selected clients that are going to be part of these beta stages. You know, Adcore going to be part of these groups that are going to use Proposaly. So we're taking a zip from our own medicine in that regard. And I think next, once it's going to be open, let's say going out from the beta stage, probably we're going to talk around Q2 2024. Then I think the go-to-market strategy for us is going to be first and foremost B2B businesses, because every time this guy's going to send a proposal to one of their clients using Proposaly, they're going to do some kind of a reselling for us as well, and then take it from there. But I would say B2B as go-to-market going to be the core audience we're going to start focusing on.
Thank you, Omri. And what would you say the impact Proposaly has on deal closures, on increasing deal closures is?
Again, sorry?
What impact does Proposaly have on increasing deal closures? How does it contribute to it?
Massive. So just so you understand the numbers, by average, only 6% of, let's say, proposal are converted into deals, into wins, right? So we're not talking about big numbers. So even if I can change 6% to 10%, which is not massive, and Proposaly can do more than that, and we're talking about almost 100% increase, which is massive by any standards. So it's not just that, it's also making the entire process faster, more intuitive to the client, to the business itself. It's also the upsell opportunity to increase the deal size. So I think combine all of this together and you get a wow effect, you know, like something that is bigger than life for a business.
Very good. Thank you, Omri. And how do you see Proposaly growing and really contributing to the overall Adcore story going forward?
So again, it's Proposaly is a baby. It was literally born today, right? So it will take Proposaly time in order to capture ground, to capture market share, you know, to grow up as a product. But if we have, let's say, the latest and greatest from Adcore, which is Media Blast, that just reached almost 2 million in ARR, it took an year and a half to reach this milestone. So I think like if Proposaly can go in this footstep of, let's say, Media Blast and even outshine Media Blast, then I would be the happiest CEO on planet Earth, I guess.
Thank you, Omri. Kind of in addition, are you looking for any partnerships to help accelerate Proposaly's growth, or what's the plan there?
Okay, so I think like we can partnership is also something that we would be more than welcome to evaluate. I mean, let's say obviously there's like two are better than one, right? So there's always value in order to partnership. In terms of, let's say, fundraising and going to the market, I think like Adcore, and that's also something that we released lately, like we have very solid cash position and solid balance sheet. So I don't think that's on the table, at least not now, not in this current share price, although we saw a very nice uptick in the share price lately, but we still think this Adcore is undervalued, to be honest. So I think like, yeah, partnership, yes. Fundraising, probably not in this environment, but maybe in the future if needed.
Thank you, Omri. We got one more here about Proposaly. And it's how would you measure Proposaly's success just beyond revenue growth? What are you looking for key metrics to assign success to the app?
It's a good question. I would say in the end of the day, it's all come down to revenue, right? So revenue, it's the most important KPI, and at the end of the day, that's the KPI that tell the story the best. Having said that, there are supportive KPIs, right? So this number of active clients, numbers of, let's say, proposals have been sent to every, let's say, every day, every month, and so on and so on. So there are supportive KPIs that we can definitely monitor in order to see that we are in the right trajectory, to success. But in the end of the day, we want to see MRR, we want to see ARR is bidding, and that's the most important thing to drive value.
Thank you, Omri. I want to switch gears quickly. You talked about Media Blast. Monday, we put out a press release mentioning its impressive growth, hitting a mark near 2 million in annual recurring revenue. Can you give investors a bit more information? What's driving the growth there?
Yeah, it's an impressive milestone, and this milestone was achieved in 6 months' time, back to back, to reaching 1 million ARR milestone. So it took us 1 year to reach 1 million, and then it took us another 6 months to reach 2 million. So that the business is accelerating, and it's accelerating across different factors. So we see more clients coming into the application, more active clients using Media Blast. So that's one reason of this acceleration, or the growth that we see. Another reason that we see that it's not just the number of clients, it's also the scale. They are spending more money using Media Blast, making more top-ups, spending more, and basically that's allows us to get more money from them, or get like more fees from them as well. So I would say number of clients is growing and the activity is growing with it. So that's a big thing.
Thank you, Omri. And on that PR again, you saw the company saw cash increase quite significantly in Q4. What can people expect for 2025? Is this going to continue, or what's the thinking there?
It's a good question. I would say the following: like, we see definitely a positive trend in Adcore activity in H2 2024, and we definitely believe that this trend is here to stay. So we have high expectation for 2025. And if everything going to go according to plan, even without, let's say, Proposaly contribution, we probably going to end up 2025 with higher cash position than what we started 2025.
Thank you, Omri. One more question here from the field is, do we have we released the pricing on how much we expect to charge people for Proposaly, and what are the expected gross margins on such a technology?
Okay, so that's actually two different questions. I would say regarding pricing, I would say because we're still in a closed beta stage, we can't disclose pricing yet, and obviously beta pricing going to be different than, let's say, post-beta pricing as well. So let's keep pricing discussion once we are out of the beta stage. This is one. And I would say gross margin are high, let's say 80-90% for a platform like Proposaly. That's what we expect to see as gross margin.
Very good. I think we've covered all the questions for today, Omri. So with that, I want to thank the team for their presentation. It was very informative, very exciting. And most importantly, I want to thank you, the guests, for joining us today. We're obviously very excited about the potentially Proposaly holds, and we think it can be a game changer for the company, and we encourage you to follow along this journey. So thank you all again for joining, and be well.
Thanks everyone, and for a lovely presentation, and it's off to the races now. So we want to see Proposaly in action. We want to see shareholders continue to be engaged, supporting the Adcore story in general, but also engaged with the Proposaly story now. And basically, there's good things ahead of us. And I'm very optimistic regarding Proposaly, regarding 2025 for Adcore, and so should shareholder be.
Thank you very much, Omri.
Okay, guys, thanks.
Thank you.